Brothers and sisters, I welcome my next speaker to the podium, and I dare say, my favorite bird. Brothers and sisters, welcome Brother Vere III to the podium to address you.
Good night, faithful nationals. Good night, Antigua and Barbuda. I am here tonight because we are approaching the Labor Weekend, a weekend where we celebrate the laborers, those who built this country. Without you, there will be no Antigua and Barbuda. Without you, there will be no future for this country that we love. I am here to tell you tonight that I am not the fine-tuned sniper with precision tonight. What I am going to be tonight is a shotgun, because I'm going to scatter my shots left, right, and center. And that is the mood that I am in tonight. Let me tell you why I am here. Because I saw a top dog. I saw a top dog saying sweet nothings to the people of Point and Villa. And this top dog was telling them about, oh, when you move out, that we're going to find a place for you. And then when we build the house back, we're going to move you back there, and then you're going to own title to that property. It's a damn liar. That is $1 million property. And those people will never ever see title to that land. Let us call it for what it is. When you mix a mangy dog with a mad dog, that is when you get the top dog. And when you get the top dog, like any other dog, whether it is low dog, middle dog, or high dog, it still has fleas and ticks. So top dog, what I am telling you tonight is that I have a flea collar for you. And if you behave yourself good, I will get a doggy biscuit to you. So behave yourself. The people, the laborers, are the ones that built this country. Not the elites, not the intellectuals. Your hard work, day in, day out. Some of you, the majority of you, are underpaid. The majority of you have 10 years of back pay, and you can't get your money up to now. When they say that we are the economic powerhouse of the Caribbean, tell them, where is my 10 years of back pay? That is when they pay you your money. That's when you know you have arrived to be an economic powerhouse. But I must tell you, the people in Point and Villa need to be careful. Because just today, the same family that had that altercation 3-4 weeks ago were given notice today, the 2nd of May, that they have 7 clear days to vacate the premises. So 7 clear days by next week, Friday, the 10th of May, they have to leave their premises. Where they want to put them? Joe Mike's. Joe Mike's, one of the young daughters is in a wheelchair. And they're telling you to go to Joe Mike's until whenever or when after they do whatever. And then they're going to move you back and give you title. Let us face the reality. Big business has their designs for that area. And mark my words, they will not be going back there. No matter what the top dog say. He say when he put his signature on something that is the will of the cabinet, no, that is the will of the top dog. You see what happened to the top dog? He's deluded. And for some reason, he actually is deluded enough to think that he married into my family. But the reality is that he never married into my family. What he got was my grandfather, my uncle's jacket. That is the reality. So take your deluded thoughts of being part of my family and go and do good to the people of Point. That is the reality. Because when you mix a mad dog and a mangy dog, you get a top dog. And this top dog, he needs to be put into his place. He needs to be put into this place. And no one can do that but for you. You, the laborers of Antigua and Barbuda, are in a position to correct this top dog and let him know what he's all about. Can you imagine they're rushing now to build their headquarters to open up for Labor Day? But let me tell you this, they're in the perfect place. As I told you 2 months ago, we have them where we want them. Because do you know the address for the Antigua Labour Party headquarters? The Antigua Labour Party headquarters. Lady Nugent Graveyard. St. John's, Antigua. And you can put on the West Indies if you want, just to make it certain where they are. They have moved to a graveyard. And what I'm here to inform you about, Papa Bonham. Papa Bonham, they moved the headstones, but they did not move the bodies. They will haunt them up at that spot, that graveyard, for eternity. So we are in a very good position because they will call it, the Americans call it the poltergeist will deal with them. But we know it as the Jumbi and them go haunt them until they get off of their head. Ladies and gentlemen, I have said this once, I've said this twice, I've said this 3 times. When the history of the West Indies is written 3-4 generations from now, the history will show that the richest people in the Caribbean, in the West Indies, were not the Jamaicans with their bauxite. It was not the Trinidadians with their oil. It was not the Guyanese with their gold and their oil that they found the other day. It was you, the Antiguans and Barbudans, who purchased your land in 1967 under Vere Seabird Sr. All those beachfront property lands, and the thing is not 10, 15, 20 beaches, 365 beaches, the primest real estate in the world. You are sitting on a gold mine. You are part of a culture, a society which is worth billions of dollars. But when you look around Antigua and Barbuda and St. John's, you have to ask the question, where the money gone? That is the circumstance that we are facing now and we need to address. Where is the wealth? How has the wealth been distributed to the poor in our society? How has the wealth been distributed to the laborers in our society? And it is a sad case where those amongst us who wanted to separate from us or think they were society or think that they were better than us because of their education and greed separated the Antiguans and Barbudans, where the few do well and the majority of us as laborers catch hell. That is the reality. But when the history is written, There's no other wealthier country in the Caribbean but Antigua. Because what you stand on, all these beaches, beachfront properties, Papa Bird bought them in 1967 for just about £6 million sterling. And those properties, when you put market value on them today, is billions of dollars. This is the richest country in the Caribbean. But how has that wealth trickled down? It has not. And that is what we need to fight, and to realize that as laborers, we need to get a piece of the pie. I am telling you again, we need to get rid of what is there, because what is there is up to no good in this country. They are enriching themselves, and they are so brazen about it. It's not behind in any smoke-filled room. They tell you what they are doing and how they are living well. And they come and tell you that because they have 300 jobs to Royalton, that they have done something for you. There is no way that our economy can progress just by tourism alone, because one hotel, to run a hotel, only takes about 300 jobs. So when they're talking about Royalton and after 2014, one hotel opened and they only have 300 jobs available, you tell me, how are the 15,000 people who are unemployed going to find work? When you realize that it's only one hotel, and we were promised so much in 2014 concerning YIDA and the $1 billion that was supposed to be put into this economy. It has not happened. It does not exist. It is a pie in the sky. We need to be focused. We need to realize that it's not about me doing well or somebody else doing well, so forget about everybody else. Because if we don't all have a plan to improve our economic circumstances, then this generation is going to be a failed generation. And it doesn't even matter in my time, because that's me. But like you, I have children. And I want to see a better country. I left Antigua when I was 11 years old. October 1983. I went to the United States. My parents decided they wanted to educate me up there. I came back 2002 August. 19 years in the United States and the United Kingdom, where I went to read law. I have no American accent, you know. I don't like beef burgers, and I don't like neon lights, and I don't like nuclear bombs. Because to me, the greatest country in the world is Antigua and Barbuda. That is why I will not leave my beloved country. What my grandfather fought so hard for, I am going to stay here for better or for worse. Because I am my navel string buried right up the Halberton. And I will not abandon my country. I will have to stay here and fight for the betterment of my country. Because it's not about Papa Bird. It's not about Vere Bird Jr. It's not about Vere Bird III. But wow, look at Vere Bird IV will come and tell me, Daddy, I have to go beg somebody at Global Ports for a job right now because they control the tourism industry in Antigua. I don't want to dwell too much on the Global Ports situation. Other speakers are coming tonight to deal with that. But I also want to mention about the e-book scandal. Where are the parents for all these children that have been disadvantaged? This was one of the biggest policies and programs that was set forward to raise the education level in Antigua and Barbuda. Since 2014, it has been implemented, and it has been an absolute failure. 4 years have passed. Those e-books cannot even be used now because the technology is old. You can't go and use those books now, so what are we going to do? Before this damn blasted government realized that they made a mistake. And one thing I like about the Orientals, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, is when they make a mistake, when they make a big boo-boo, you see them bow down to the people and apologize to you for what they've done. No matter all them thief have all kind of money and all kind of thing, but they have some level of shame. They don't bowing down. You see man in hand in tuxedo and so on, all well dressed and all crispy and starch and so on. The man bow down. So sorry, so sorry, so sorry. No, we don't do that in Antigua. We just let the good times roll. It goes on and it goes on. And that is what I am telling you. We need to put a stop to that in our culture because we deserve better. We are supposed to be 7 miles hovering up in the air because we purchase our own land. The land that you are sitting on is the most expensive land in the Caribbean. And when you look about St. John's, and you look around Castries, and you look about Port of Spain, and you look about Kingston and Kingstown, there's no difference. Where has the wealth gone? Where has the wealth gone? It has not come down, trickled down to the average Antiguan and Barbuda. You are catching hell, and I'm telling you, you deserve better. You are entitled to better because your forefathers have bought in to purchasing those lands, and you are entitled to a better standard of living than any other Caribbean island. And this government cannot provide that for you because you hear this government say they're going to have a university by September. Jump high or jump low. But you can't even implement an e-book system to the public schools. So if you can't implement a simple handing out an e-book tablet and having the proper software on the tablet that is accessible to the students, you fail miserably in that. You don't kowtow to the people and apologize, but now you're going on to start University of the West Indies. Do you really believe that is going to be a success? It will be a shame if students from Antigua and Barbuda go to that school, pay their money, and are not properly accredited at the end of the day. We have to be on guard as Antiguans and Barbudans because I feel personally that our country, the way of life of Antiguans and Barbudans, the way we do our thing is being taken away from us. So as I was walking up from the stop there, went to get a Guinness before I came up here. And the police officers tell me to stop because the national anthem is playing. You know what he's telling me? You stay in one spot because the national anthem is playing. This is a country that sells passports, right? To people who never heard the national anthem before. This is a country that sells passport to people who don't know what fungi and saltfish is. And if they heard the national anthem playing, they're walking on the road, they don't even know what it is. But the policeman telling me I must stand at attention. Go tell the CIP citizens to go stand at attention. But they won't even know what it is. They probably think it's a nursery rhyme or some sort of thing. That is the sad circumstance that we're in as a nation. And the top dog, you're a little delusional. You, for some unbeknownst reason, thought you married into my family. You received my uncle's jacket. Please go and ask my Aunt Claire. She'll tell you how the story goes. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.